There's no shortage of amazing places in our world. Near and far places, breathtaking places, and the modest places. But with all those places, there are the people that call it home, the people that call it here. Here is where your heart and mind reside. Here's the place that raised you, the place that defined you. And here is the place you long for when you're away. Everyone has a here, and every here has a story to tell. This is the Heartlands.
And take one. Welcome to Waverly, Iowa, boys. This is the land of big corn, giant soybeans, and black dirt, and bush light.
The best thing about Fall City is convenience to all, but far enough away that you can do whatever the hell you want to in your backyard and nobody really cares.
Edgewood is a town of about 800-900 people. We have a golf course, we have a new Community Dreams football field. We just completed a pickleball court. Pickleball's gotten to be very large with people, especially older people like me.
Jeffersonville's 15 minutes of fame now has to do with outlet malls in the middle of nowhere. We're literally an hour from any major population. We have 2 outlet malls. He said it's a pretty quiet town. There's not a whole lot that happens here.
Calvesta, Kansas. The original site had multiple hotels. If you've noticed, we're not really heavily laden with trees. A hotel in 1887 may have been 2 bedrooms. For a dime, we'll let you sleep next to the goat. For 20 cents, you can get a woman.
Anyone can point to a place on a map, but for many, it's part of who they are. They can trace generations of hard-charging people who ventured here with the hopes of a new and better life.
My grandfather homesteaded out here, 5 miles off to the north and to the west of the dealership. He basically had a dugout on the side of a hill.
I was born about a mile from the store. I got started here at the dealership when I was in kindergarten. My grandfather picked me up after my 3rd day of kindergarten. He said, "Boy, it's time for you to come to work."
He would walk to the post office, which was about 1.5 miles away. And he homesteaded that, and that's where he got his start.
We went downtown. There was a little restaurant downtown. It was Tilly's Diner. We went down there. We ordered cheeseburgers. We ordered 1 fry because, we had to share. We each ordered water because ordering anything else was just frivolous. We got some little ice cream cones. We had those on the way back to work.
On the other side of the family, my mother's side, they came down from Falls City, Nebraska. Their first winter down here, they dug a hole in their creek bank, and they got it rocked up and a roof on it, and lived in that the first winter. So both families have been here for over 100 years now.
Grandpa had a little spot behind the parts counter for me, and he said, "Boy, I'm going to give you the last 4 digits of the part. I'm going to tell you the bin that it's in. You find the bin, get the part, and bring it to me." And that's how I got started.
Laying down roots inevitably leads to some amazing stories that define here. Every town has its share of legends, and every town has at least 15 minutes of fame. Be they notorious, heartwarming, or simple traditions that we look forward to every year, these stories mark the passage of time.
15 minutes of fame in Calvesta, Kansas. That's an interesting one.
Edgewood's 15 minutes of fame happens every year on the last full weekend of June, and that's rodeo days.
So we've got one hell of a demolition derby. The alcohol flows. It's just a great people watching event.
This town, it's a pretty conservative town. I mean, it's quiet. Probably the loudest thing that ever went through this town was me in high school.
The county seat war between Ingalls and Cimarron. There's still holes on Main Street from the gunfight over who was going to be the county seat. They both ended up with the post office, but only one got a courthouse.
We had our 2nd largest attendance for the rodeo ever, and we had over 12,000 people visited our community on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night rodeo, and we cannot forget Sunday as being the demo day. The demo derby this year brought in about 2,500 people, and did they have a blast.
The guy in front of us turns around and he tells me, he says, I got a car in this. I got a car in this. I said, yeah, it's this old station wagon, and my son was gonna drive it, but he's actually in jail, so we got his buddy to drive it. You know, he's all proud that he's a car owner. He's like, there it is, there it is. You know, he's all excited that his car's. And then they stopped the whole event, and the guy gets out of his car and like waves, and his girlfriend comes out, and he gets down on one knee out in the middle of this big mud pit, you know, his cut off shirt, and he gets down on one knee and proposes, and you know, it's one hell of a people watching event.
Well, every year we have Christmas on Main, and when there was a Victoria's Secret girls used to come and dance in the windows. I don't know, it just happened. It has nothing to do with me. I'm dead serious.
If time and stories make up the heart of a place, it's what you feel about here that makes up its soul. What it means to reside here, the memories that are created here, and the assurance and comfort of being part of this place that means so much to you. The place that for you is here.
Very rarely have I ever walked into a place in town where there wasn't somebody I didn't know.
It has to be the people. We have no real landmarks. It's wide open corn, soybeans, and interstates.
What I love about Fall City and the area is good people.
We're just really hard-working, honest people.
Before I came here, I was on my way back from the farm, and I got a call from one of our neighbors. His father-in-law had the farm, called and thanked me because I called him to let him know that his sheep had gotten out. Greatly appreciated the fact that I cared enough to let him know that. A bunch of great, friendly people that, again, they look out for one another.
Fayette County, Jeffersonville, it's the fact that it's a great agriculture community. The people are just down to earth. There's never met a stranger. Just the people are what makes this county.
It's almost one big family. You know of everybody, whether you really know them, you're probably at least Facebook friends with them. But that's kind of where, you know, the small town is you know of everybody and you feel like one big community. And it truly is community.
My biggest thing is we're still an ag community. We're big enough to have everything that you need, but everything still revolves around ag. And that's a big deal for me.